I don't like commenting on other team, to be honest. Simply, I don't know them enough. I don't think I'm an expertise compared to Arsenal. I don't do this very often, but we gotta talk about the Manchester derby this morning, or at least in the Pacific time. What a game! What a game! I wasn't thinking about watching it, but you know what? It is going to be a hell of a game for sure. Haaland trying to trying to prove his haters wrong. At the same time, there's so much at stake in this game because United wanted to win because they are on a very good run so far, winning, I believe, four of the last 4 games. So of course the last time they were in the Premier League or was playing in the Premier League, I'm not sure if I was right, but I'm sure it was the game against Arsenal. So they haven't played for a while. Actually, they might have played the Europa League, but disregard the competition for a second. But instead, we're gonna focus on the Premier League, of course. Such a big game, to be honest. And I just love it. I woke up at 6 in the morning. Again, I wasn't thinking about watching it, but there's so much there's I know there's going to be like a lot of talks about it, but at the same time, I know some of my friends might be watching this or listening to this, but if you ask Arsenal, if you ask any Arsenal fans, what do we want the result to be in the Manchester derby? Of course, a lot of people would think, oh yeah, maybe wanting United to win, so we have a 4 point clearance at the top of the league table, or a draw would be beneficial for us. But you know what? For me, I was like, fuck that. I want Manchester United to get absolutely destroyed, and that's exactly what happened. 4-0 in the first half. And honestly, the starting 11, I didn't quite pay attention to it, but there's nothing wrong with it. I know John Stones. Unfortunately, John Stones and Ruben Diaz was all picked up an injury. So it was just Nathan Ake and also Akanji at the back. And yeah, you guys can say the back line can be, or it looks like a weak link, but turns out it works fine because the style of what Manchester City played was, rely on Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, and Gundogan as well. You just need all three of them to collaborate, orchestrating everything together in the middle. That's exactly what they do. Phil Foden scoring the first goal, very well passed and well finished. And then later on, the expected happened. Haaland score the first 2 goals was happening in the first half, I think. And then Foden scoring the second one, of course, 4-0 in the first half. And you were like, oh God, 4-0. I love what I'm seeing right now. The fact that United getting battered so badly. Yeah, Arsenal lost to them, arguably. United took all the chances that they could take in that game, converting all those 3 chances into goals. And for Arsenal, which is a little bit short in the end. But you know what? You got to compliment it. You got to compliment United for beating Arsenal, because Arsenal was in a good run, and United just broke that 5 games winning streak. But boom! But this game was completely different. I'm saying this, but Erling Haaland is a cheat code. It feels like he has everything. He has all the ingredients that he needs to be the perfect striker, especially the system he's playing in right now. Just one-touch football. All he doesn't need to dribble a lot and take a shot. No, he just need Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden, or anybody at the midfield area. Having Jack Grealish. If you find a perfect pass to Erling Haaland will be there regardless. This one pass from De Bruyne, it was a diagonal cross. Pretty much, it was a short diagonal cross, and Haaland's just right there. Just stuck his foot out, and boom, he scores that one. And of course, he scored a header as well. Nobody can stop him at this point. De Gea, you can't really blame him, to be honest. All 6 goals he conceded, you could barely blame him. But Haaland is just a cheat. It's just a cheat code, guys. The fact that he is the fastest player to have 3 hat tricks in the Premier League, within 8 games. How incredible is that? He has 17 goals right now, and the most goals being scored in the Premier League in a single season was Mohamed Salah back in, I don't know, 3-4 years ago. 32 goals in the whole campaign. And right now Haaland is, halfway there, and we're not even halfway through the campaign. He has to be breaking all sorts of records, 100% for sure. Yeah, I know a lot of people would be complaining about, Man City just feeding the ball to Haaland, but nobody cares. Nobody cares how you score goals. The most important thing in football is scoring goals. That's how you win games. I don't care if you always tapped in a lot of times, but you score goals and you make the team win, right? That's all about it. That's the amazing part of football, just scoring goals. And of course, Phil Foden getting his hat trick, Haaland getting his hat trick. I was watching it with my friends. You guys can probably see that coming. There's no way. Like, once Erling Haaland scored the first goal, you can't stop him. And the fact that Man City was all over Manchester United, they were dominating throughout the whole game. You just can't stop them. Like, okay, once they establish their ground in Man City, then you just can't stop them. And the fact that when you look back, they drew 2 games. Man City drew 2 games, but you would think, how would, for example, that one game against Newcastle United, how did they tie the game, right? Like, how did that even happen? And of course, defensively, they're not quite perfect at this point. Of course, they're suffering quite a lot of injury here and there. But offensively, you guys just can't deny how good their offense is. They are definitely, for me, the best attacking side in the Premier League, and probably one of the best in the world, behind probably Real Madrid, or even Bayern Munich, or even Barcelona. Barcelona seems to be doing quite well, I would say. But I mean, Haaland is definitely not, it's not kidding. He's not joking. He's actually come here to conquer Premier League. And the fact that he's 22, 23, around that age, they're and being so dominant already. You guys probably know that if Man City triggers that 75 million release clause on Erling Haaland's contract, then you guys probably know that Man City has to win the Champions League at one point. I know I don't like seeing that, but it has to be in that way for Erling Haaland to stay, because honestly, you can't expect Haaland to stay in Man City forever. You just can't. Oh, and I dropped my phone. And you just can't see that on Haaland, right? At one point in his career, he is going to go to Real Madrid at one point. It's going to happen, but it depends on when. But if you want Man City, if you want Haaland to stay for an extended period of time, then I certainly do think that, Man City has to win a Champions League at least. Because based on how he is progressing as a player, as a striker, nobody can stop him, right? Of course, there are talks about, Varane and Martinez are going to shut him up or something like that. It's another level, right? And the fact that Man City hasn't played against Spurs yet, I don't think they have. They haven't played Arsenal. They haven't played Liverpool. They haven't played Chelsea yet, if I remember correctly. But I even though I support Arsenal, Saliba and Gabriel, I think they might be having a tough time marking Haaland. Haaland's just fast, powerful, very good in the air, very good with his foot too. There's no way of stopping him. So I'm very interested to see how he is going to turn out at the end of the season. And again, I don't do this very often. Manchester Derby, I don't think, for the past few years, I don't think I really do care. But the fact that this game, what makes me interested in this game is the fact that, again, United having good run, and of course Erling Haaland as well. And you gotta give you gotta give all the credits to to Erling Haaland, and so does his teammates. De Bruyne, amazing. Bernardo Silva was amazing. Phil Foden was amazing. So I can't wait. Honestly, I can't wait. Before I'm gonna end it right here. Again, it's a short video like that. But before I'm gonna go, you just gotta love. You just can't wait. I can't wait to be honest. And they're gonna win. They're gonna win the league. I know I'm an Arsenal fan, but I felt like they're gonna win the league. We can be a title challenger, but contender, but we're not capable of winning the league just yet. No squad depth whatsoever. But Man City, it's gonna be huge, to be honest.